This is a message for anyone considering voting no on the upcoming postal plebiscite on marriage. Please watch this video. I would like to try and convince you to change your mind. This vote, I believe, is a turning point for our society. I believe that a successful yes vote will mean a step forward in improving the lives of LGBTQIA+ people. If this vote fails, then I believe that queer lives will become more difficult and less safe. Now, there have been two comments from no supporters that have kind of stuck with me over the past couple of weeks. The first was from Tony Abbott, former Prime Minister, who had said, ideally, a child should have both a mother and a father. And my first reaction was, oh my God, what an insult. What an insult to queer parents and to kids being raised by queer parents, but also what an insult to anyone who was adopted. And an insult to anyone who was raised by a single parent or a grandparent or by their brothers and sisters. But my second reaction was, he's right. Not in the way he thinks he is. I mean, countless studies have shown that children thrive in environments where they are loved and cared for. He's right in the sense that kids who grow up with hetero-married parents don't have to explain their families to people. And they aren't encouraged to be ashamed of their families or encouraged to believe that their families aren't ideal or are less important. No one ever says, oh, you've got a mum and a dad? That's so weird. What's it like having parents of different genders? So I know you call your mum mum, but what do you call your dad? You don't have a mum and a dad, you have a mum, and your mum has a friend. It is ideal to be in a family that has a mother and a father, in the same sense that it is ideal to have parents who are wealthy, or parents who are able-bodied, or parents who are white. It's ideal because you belong to a socially dominant class. But we as a society should not discourage or ridicule families that are poor, families that have a disabled family member, or families of colour. We should be working to make their lives better. The same should be said for queer families, because they are real. They're out there. They're not hypothetical. There are children out there who have two mums or who have two dads, and right now they are listening. And every argument that seeks to challenge the validity of their families encourages them to feel fear and shame. It is not ideal to be in a family with same-sex parents because we live in a society that treats gay people poorly. A successful yes vote will make the lives of these families and these children better, because it sends the message that not only do they live with a family who loves them, they live in a society that is proud of them. A no vote does the opposite. It says to these kids that even though their families love them, their society is ashamed of them. The other comment that stuck with me was one that was made shortly before they announced the postal plebiscite. It was just like a reply on a Facebook thread that was, you guys don't want a plebiscite because you're afraid you're gonna lose. And that is absolutely true. We only need to look at some of the horrible things that have been done and said in the weeks since this vote was announced. The very fact that we are having this vote and this debate is emboldening the most bigoted and hateful elements of our community. And I know that's not you. I know that's not you. I know that's not you, because if it was you, you wouldn't be watching this video. But look at what is being said, and look at what is being done. And imagine what will happen if the no vote succeeds. I am very afraid of what will happen if we lose, because I feel that I will become less safe, and I feel that all LGBTIQA+ people and their families will become less safe. So here's the thing, you don't have to change your mind about what you believe to vote yes. You don't. I am not religious, but if they had a vote to ban religion, I would vote against it. I don't have faith, but I can see how important faith is to other people in my community. If someone attacked a person on a bus for being a Christian, I would defend them. If a politician tried to ban people from wearing crosses, I would be against it. Now, if those scenarios seem far-fetched, you really only have to replace the word Christian with Muslim. You can continue to believe whatever you want about marriage, because this is not a vote about what you believe. It's really not. It is a vote about whether you respect that somebody else has the right to believe something different. You don't have to go to a gay wedding. You don't have to have gay friends. You don't have to associate with gay people. You can live your life the same as you do now. And if your convictions are so strong that you cannot bring yourself to vote yes, you have the option of not voting at all. We share this society and we have a responsibility to treat each other with respect and protect one another from harm. I believe that a no vote will cause harm to many people, many families, many children. I don't see how a yes vote could have a comparable effect. If you really believe that a yes vote will harm you or harm the way that you live your life, then I want you to really think about it. I want you to really think about how your life might be affected. I look at some of the fears that are being expressed, and I can assure you, we don't want to dress up all your sons in dresses, and we don't want to marry bridges, and we don't want to force anyone to bake a cake that they don't want to bake. All we want is to live genuine lives without shame, to love who we love, and to know that our society believes that our relationships are valid as any other, and to live in a society that respects us, protects us, and is proud of us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope you change your mind.